Hey, 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 what's up, fellas? This is the what's my channel name again? Hoagie Boy MMA, bringing you the best picks, the best predictions, the best betting advice. Nah, I'm just fucking around, man. I actually have zero ball knowledge. I don't really do any research. I don't look at film whatsoever, and I straight up just go off the dome and gut feeling. So, yeah, that's all you're getting. You're not really gonna get any deep dives. I'm just gonna give you my opinion. It could be shit, it could be good, but yeah. All right, here we go. First fight of the night, the ladies. Carly Judice versus Juliana Miller. All right. So, based off my research that I'm doing right now, shout out MMA Fantasy. All right. So, from what I can see here, Juliana Miller's main way of winning is her wrestling and takedown ability. Um, from what I can remember, she has taken down her opponents down, but they've been all shit. Like, let's look here. She's won against Ivan Petrovich, but by decision. She's kind of ass. Yeah, she's 7-4. Luana Santos, she's lost against by fucking punches. Really? Man, this kind of. Yeah, that's kind of bad. She's lost against Veronica Hardy. Yeah, what the fuck? I don't know how you lose to Veronica Hardy. And her last, I guess, kind of finish was against Brogan Walker, who's shit. She's a mom, dude. I don't know where they got her, but yeah, no. Yeah, Juliana Miller's shit, right? She gets no takedowns against Carly Judice. I'm calling it now. Judice is just too crispy on the feet, man. I've seen her. I've seen the way she fights, right? And she actually has really good technique. Alright, hold up. Let me see. Let me see. Let me see. Yeah, no, she's a really technical striker, and she's really good with straight punches. You know, versus against the usual woman. Swinging fucking arm throwing technique. She's actually really good at striking. So, also all her wins have been by fucking knockout, dude. Like, holy shit, you don't normally see that in women's MMA. And she's only really lost against like pretty good comp, dude. Like we see here, Gabriela Fernandez, she's pretty good. 10-3, she's on a 3-fight winning streak. About to fight Casey O'Neill, and she's lost against Ernesta Caracate, who's also pretty good at striking, and I think, and yeah, she's on a one win streak. All right, but she's lost against both those ladies by split decision. I don't remember watching those fights, but I think they were close. But yeah, no. Juliana Miller should lose this fight handedly. I actually think she's gonna get knocked the fuck out. I stiff as a board. And yeah, no. I say Carly Judice by six. What the fuck? Second round KO. Yeah. All right. Next fight we got here is Yarde the Valet versus my boy the Monkey King. Alright, so let me see here. Um Alright. So Yarde the Valet, his last fight was actually kinda rigged, I think. Let's see. Um yeah, it was against Isaac Dalgarian. I'm pretty sure he just like gave up his neck in that fight, and it was flagged by the FBI or some shit. So, I don't know. I don't think he was involved in the cheating, but yeah, he's actually got pretty good grappling from what I can remember. He's 10-0. I think his striking is pretty good. Yeah, I got no idea, but we got Jordan Levitt coming down from lightweight. Zestia Jordan Levitt, and yeah, his last fight was against Kurt Halbach by Anaconda choke. I don't really think it's that impressive. That motherfucker's old as hell. He lost against Chase Hooper though before that by rear naked choke. Chase Hooper's pretty good at grappling, and you know, he out grappled Jordan Levitt. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Jordan Levitt kind of has a sneaky way of finishing motherfuckers, right? Because he's knocked out that one guy by slamming him on his head. I forgot what his name was, but most of his wins are by submission. So he's mainly grappler. But I think yeah, they're the fuck YV. I'm just calling him YV. I think he's got better grappling, and he's also not really that terribly bad at striking. So yeah, I'm just go by yeah, they're the Vale. Maybe a submission. I don't know. Yeah, I haven't really watched this fight, so yeah, no, I'm going by him solely off his 10 fight winning streak where he's never lost. Yeah, sorry, Jordan Levitt. No yay for that one. All right, let's go. We got JPL versus Phil Rowe. JPL is actually pretty fucking good, man. His striking is pretty crisp, especially his head kicks, dude. He knocked out the last guy. What was his name? Jake Congdon in front of his whole fucking family, dude. That shit was fucking brutal. Now that I remember it, dude, that was actually fucked up. I don't know why fucking Dana does that or whoever fucking handles that shit, but yeah, don't be showing family reactions or anything like that. But yeah, he knocked that guy the fuck out, and before that, he choked out, triangle choked Keegan. I haven't really seen his fights before. I've only really seen his Dana White Contender Series fight. But you know, based off this, he's got like 5 submission wins. So yeah, but no, he's pretty well rounded, dude. Really crisp striking, good grappling, offense. And then on the other side, we got my boy Phil Rowe, the Fresh Prince. He actually does kind of look like him. Um, let's see. Let me remember. He does finishes his fights, but he's lost a majority of his shit by like decision. So his last loss was against Hyuk Hyung Koo, who's actually pretty fucking good. He's got pretty good grappling. He did KO Angelus. Oh yeah, I remember that fight. I think they were going at it. It was pretty close if I remember. Um, and he ended up getting the fucking third round KO. It's pretty cool. But he lost against Jake Matthews, and you know Jake Matthews kind of hit or miss. Sometimes he be looking like a god, you know. But then other times he just looks like complete shit, right? And then he got fucking split decision by Neil Magny, dude. Come on, man. You're supposed to be fucking beating Neil Magny, right? If you don't beat Neil Magny, you ain't in the top 15, bro. He's like the fucking the guard, bro. The guard of the ranking. So I don't know. Phil Rowe is kind of I don't know. He's kind of average, dude. I think the majority is fucking wins are by punches and KO and shit. So alright at grappling, but you know I just think JPL is pretty good just based off his last fight, and I think he's actually gonna get a finish. I'd say by KO. I know Phil Rowe hasn't really been knocked out. Has he? No, he's only been knocked out once. I think he's gonna get knocked out a second time, dude, in his career, and I think JPL maybe gets let's say round one high kick on the dome. Let's go, let's go. All right. On to the next one. All right, another bout in which I don't really have too much info on. Let's see here. Ramiz Brahimaj versus Puna Hele Soriano. So I have actually seen a lot of Puna's fights. And he does have heavy hands. I'm gonna give him that. You know, he has knocked out motherfuckers, but oh no, he is on a 3 fight winning streak though, the same as Brahimaj. He let's see, he decision Bekretinov, who we saw last week. I think no, 2 weeks ago. knock out Nico Price, but that isn't really saying much. He beat Uros Medic by round one ground strikes. That's actually pretty impressive now that Uros is on a fucking pretty good win streak. Yeah, he fucking knocked out Muslim Salikov, who knocked out the Brazilian steroid Juice Head, and he knocked out Gilbert Urbina. But yeah, no, these are pretty good. I'd say all right wins. You know, but they've mostly been by decision recently. I think, yeah. But he does have power, and I think he also has pretty good takedowns. But Ramiz Brahimaj, on the other hand, I think has been on a way more impressive win streak. He's beaten. Okay, no, actually, let me take that back. Mickey Gall ain't really that. Mickey Gall ain't really that sick. He did beat CM Punk, the greatest MMA fighter of all time. But no, he beat Billy Ray Golf, who's I think all right by submission, and then he submitted Austin Faneford. I think Ramiz. I think I'm gonna take Ramiz Rahimaj by submission. I think this is gonna actually go to decision, so I'll just say Ramiz Rahimaj by decision. I think he'll be able to, grapple against Punahele, and I think Punahele will be able to not get fucking choked out. But yeah, no, I kind of don't remember how they fight. I just know that Puna's got pretty good striking, and all right takedowns, and Ramiz is pretty good grappler. So I'll just go by Ramiz decision. He could get the submission. All right, on to the next fight out. Oh my god, dude, who's thinking this shit up? Fucking ass fight. Nah, I'm just playing. I think this is the second time they're fighting. Nora Kernol versus Jocelyn Edwards. Dude, Jocelyn Edwards got a pretty fat ass. Damn, that shit's kind of that's just kind of bad, but okay, you can kind of see it here. But just yeah, no, trust me on that. She got a fat ass, and based on that alone, I think she gets the finish. Nah, I'm just fucking around. Yeah, no, ah, yeah, I got like no info on this fight, dude. Let me see here. Narcano majority wins KO finish, submiss. But she lost against Cara Rosa, who, oh yeah, I remember the lesbian looking chick. Yeah, no, that's pretty bad, dude. Before that, she beat Haley Crowan, who's not that good. She's kind of cute. And then she lost to Jacqueline Calicante. Oh, yeah, she's pretty good. And then a long time ago, I don't even remember a fight night, but she beat Jocelyn Edwards. I believe that was during, I think, the Paris card or some shit like that. And she got the fucking split. No, it was unanimous, but it should have been Edwards, I think, from what I could remember. But nah, dude, fucking Jocelyn Edwards actually pretty fucking good, dude. She finishes a lot of her fights. Against Priscilla Cachoeira, got Zombie Girl, she knocked her ass up first round, but that's kind of because Priscilla's kind of a retard. She beat Chelsea Chandler, who's also not that good, shit. And then she beat Tamiris. I mean, yeah, no, they're actually really shit now that I'm fucking looking at this, huh? She lost against Aylin Perez, but she's pretty fucking good, and she has a nice... Damn! Gotta change. This is actually kind of hard. they're both kind of deceptive in like their abilities and shit. So fuck it, I'm gonna go Jocelyn Edwards based off her fucking massive dump truck. All right. What do we got here? Oh, okay. Alden Caria versus Luis Grule. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't really seen much of Alden Caria, but I have seen Luis Grule. So, from what I remember, let's see. He was actually undefeated when he got into the UFC. He beat Nick Piccinini, who I think was a NCAA. I don't know if he was a champion, but he was pretty good at wrestling, and he was able to get the split over that guy. So, he does have good. I don't know. He's kind of fucking. I don't know if he's shit or he's like. I don't know. He's good. He's not like terrible. But he's been knocked out by fucking Ode Osborne, who, which, does have pretty fucking good power. But Ode's fucking also kind of shit, dude. Like, he's a glass cannon. I mean, sure, he almost knocked out Steve Ursig, but then he got controlled on the ground, I think. And then he lost against Ronaldo Rodriguez, dude. That guy is shit, dude. I don't know how you lose against that guy. He almost did knock him out, but. And Jafil Filo also. Okay, no, those aren't bad fucking losses. But, I don't know, just something about Lewis. I feel like he has like a glass chin, dude. His bald-headed ass can't take a punch. And Aiden Correa. Let me look at him. KO TKO submission. Alessandro Costa. Oh yeah, I think I remember that. Yeah, I remember this fight. And then German Apredi Ponce. Oh, okay, no. Yeah, I don't really know much about this motherfucker, but what I do know is that Luis Guerrero is fucking. I don't know. He can't take a punch, dude. So I'm gonna take the Cobra, dude. I'm gonna take him by finish for sure. All right. On to the next. Ooh, speaking of Ode Osborne, dude. All right, so his record may not look that impressive. All right, 13-9. His last fight, Steve Ursig lost. Nothing. That's not. It's not a terrible loss. But then he did beat KO Luis Guerrero. But before that, he lost against Ronaldo, Phil Filo, and but that's not actually. No, I forgot. No, I was. Fuck, brain fart. I don't know. This one's kind of hard. I ain't gonna lie. Ali Bibi, from what I remember, he was on the Ultimate Fighter. Oh yeah, and he lost against Joseph Morales. Yeah, Joseph Morales. He's not. Yeah, no, that's not a terrible loss. I think that was his first loss too. So, he's coming in here, 10-1, looking to get a bounce back dub. But I don't think he's gonna get it. Based off how he looks. I was gonna say he's kind of like a daggy type fighter, but he has gotten KOs. From what I remember from the tough, whatever number it was, he wasn't too bad, but I think his striking kind of looked like shit. I think. Choices. Fuck it. I'm going Ode Osborne by knockout, dude. I just think he has he has really good power, dude, and he might get WrestleFucked. I'm gonna be honest. He might, and that probably is going to happen. But fuck, this is hard. I'll go Ode. Fuck it. All right, on to the next. Chidi Jaquani versus Juice Head Carlos Lee out the Lion. Holy shit, dude! Look at this motherfucker. Oh my goodness, dude. Look at the fucking traps all the way up to his fucking. Holy shit, dude. Carlos Lee out, dude. He's a fucking Juice Head specimen. And then we got my boy Chidi Jaquani. Bang bang. This is actually gonna be a really fucking good fight. And I'll be honest, I don't fucking know who's going to win. Chidi's, I think, yeah, he's coming down. Is he? He was a middleweight. I remember his fight with RoboCop. That shit was pretty good, and he did give him a tough competition. But his last loss was against Jake Matthews, dude. Jake Matthews coming up again. Dude, again, like Jake Matthews is fucking, I don't know, dude. He's like bipolar in his fights. Because he looks like a god again. He looks like a god, and then he just looks like straight ass. And to be fucking submitted by fucking Jake Matthews, I don't know how to feel about that. But before that, he was on a 3-fight winning streak against Alessio Zaleski by knees. Jared Gooden. All right. Reese McKee. That's not a. That's pretty good dub. And before that, Michael check Albert Doreo, Gregory Reggie. Nothing to look down upon on. But then we got Carlos Leal, dude. This guy fights like a retard. He does have power and he can knock out. This fight is gonna end in a knockout, dude. I'm 100% sure on that. Either one of these motherfuckers are gonna go in there and start throwing fucking like straight power shots at each other, dude. But yeah, no, fucking my boy the Lion, dude. He got knocked out by Muslim Salikov, dude. Like he's not Salikov's not terrible or anything, but I don't know. I think if you're getting knocked out by that guy, I don't know. Like I know he's gotten a bunch of KOs and TKOs, but I don't know. It's like his last fight against fuck is one of those daggy names I don't remember, but you guys know who I'm talking about. He looked pretty good against, and I really rate that L, even though it was an L. I do rate that L against Fakrik Manatov, some shit like that. But and going into the Muslim Salikov, I thought he was gonna knock his ass out. He didn't. Ended up going the exact opposite. And Chitty, same thing. I don't know, man. This is kind of hard. I do think it's gonna be a knockout. Gonna end by knockout. I don't know who though, dude. Whether to trust Carlos Leal the way he fucking just leaves his chin out there. He fights like a retard, dude. Or based off his last fight. And Chidi and Jaquan, does kind of give up. I don't know. I get that vibe from him that he kind of gives up. But before, the loss against Jake Matthews. Who's the underdog? Alright, fuck it. I'm going to go Chidi by second round KO. Alright, let's go to the next. Zach Reese versus Michelle Pereira. Oh my lord. This is actually gonna be a pretty hard fight to predict. We got Man Bun, Michelle Pereira, no gas tank against Zach Reese. He got knocked out by what's his name, homeboy? Who did he get knocked out by? Cody Brundage. Oh my god. He's losing against Cody Brundage, dude. That motherfucker should be cut now. Alright? But no, based off their last fight, Zachary Reese got a sub against Jackson McVeigh. That's not bad. Oh yeah, I remember accidental foul ground shot against Dumas. Dusko Todorovic. Not too bad. Asmat Bikoa ain't bad either. From what I remember. I think he's mainly a grappler, yeah? No, he's got more KOs, but I think he's mainly a grappler. Don't quote me on that though. But against Asmat Bikoa. Yeah, dude, it's kind of hard, right? Because Michelle Pereira is on a 3 losing streak, right? Kyle Dock is who, I used to think it was shit, right? And when that fight happened, I was like, no way fucking Michelle Pereira fucking loses against Dawkins, right? One of the Dawkins bros? No way. But, he ended up getting knocked out in the first round. I don't know, that was crazy to me at the time. And before that, Abus Magomedov. To be fair, he went to decision with him, but they both have shit gas tanks. And before that, it was Anthony Hernandez, who's in the main event, this week. And that's not a terrible loss. That's actually not too bad. Again, before he was on a crazy win streak, dude. Like, look at all this shit. I don't know. This is kind of hard. It's kind of hard to predict because, if I'm going into this fight thinking, will Michelle Pereira be able to not gas out, dude? All right. And Zachary Reese is a step down in competition. But I really rate Michelle's, power. And he's got pretty good grappling from what I remember. He trains with Strickland. And, I don't know, dude. I just don't know. I feel like he could get knocked out. But, fuck, this is kind of a hard one, dude. Fuck it. I'm going to trust in Michelle Pereira. I think he'll be able to get a finish, a bounce back. He's on a 3-fight losing streak. I know he's gonna come into this fight looking to make a statement win so that he isn't complete shit. I, you know, and I think he gets it done. So let's go. All right, let's see. Let's see. Jacoby Smith versus Josiah Harrell, Muscle Hamster. This is actually fucking good matchmaking right here, dude. Two fucking contenders, up and comers. They're both fucking good, dude. This is actually fucking hard. All right, let's see Jacob Smith. All right, Nico Price. Yeah, he should finish that guy. If I remember correctly, he kind of Nico was kind of giving him a run for his money, I think. And then before that was Preston Parsons, who's yeah, he's not that good. And Kristen Silva. Yeah, I got no idea who the rest of these motherfuckers are. Let's take a look at Josiah Harrell. Okay, he beat a daggy looking name, Bekmirzad the Samatov. Oh, alright, okay, alright, I see. Damn, Melvin Gillard, he fought that fucking dude. Holy shit. Yeah, this is kind of hard, dude. I honestly don't know much about these fighters. Like, I have seen them fight, but KO, 72% of his wins. We got KO 55. Alright, so I got no idea who's gonna win this, I'm gonna be honest. But what I do know is that there will be a high chance of KO. So I'm gonna go Josiah Harrell KO. Fuck it. Alright, on to the next. Oh, Sergey Spivak versus Ante Delaiha. Alright, let's see. Alright, so Sergey Spivak's off that L against Waldo Cortez Acosta. That's not bad. He's honestly like, I know the heavyweight division's like complete shit, but he's actually one of the better heavyweights. But even then, like the only really good heavyweights are, Aspinall and Gain. But that's not a terrible fight to lose. And then Jelton Almeida. Jelton did recently get cut, right? And he got lost against the Daggy, and I don't know. He lost against Finish too. Fuck. He did beat Marcin Tybura. I don't know, man. And Ante Delija, again, Waldo Cortez, the same opponent. I remember fucking watching this fight, right? I thought Ante Delija got the KO, right? And then I just switched over to some other shit. And then I came back and I see Waldo Cortez with his hands raised and Ante on the fucking floor or some shit. I was like, what the fuck happened? And I think it was the eye poke, right? And I don't know, he did finish Waldo, bro. People forget, man. He did beat Waldo, like by knockout, right? And I know it was from the eye poke, but I don't know, dude. This is actually kind of hard now that I'm looking at it. Like, do I trust Sergey Spivak's ability to get this shit out to the ground, or do I trust Ante Delaiha's ability to knock him out? Well, they both obviously, have a bunch of finishes. Actually, no. Delaiha's kind of got. I don't know. I just think it ends by knockout either way or finish. But if I had to choose, I had to go with Ante Delija. I think doesn't he fucking train with Aspinall? I think he does. Yeah, just solely based off that, I think he knocks out Sergey Spivak. Let's go. All right. I think the feature fight. My boy, Milzilik. Shit, I fucked up his name. The Dalmatian. All right, let's just go with that. Versus my boy 50K knocked out that fucking grasshopper in UFC Miami. I think. No, I think I'm. Was it UFC Miami? Yeah, it was UFC Miami. Again, this is kind of a hard fight to predict. Malik is on a fucking tear, dude. I'm gonna be honest, dude. He's a fucking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 win streak, dude. Last fight against Morgan Charrier, got that head kick. That shit was crazy. I was not expecting that, dude. I didn't think he'd get a head kick off, the striker Morgan Charrier. And before that, Julian Rosa, not bad. Christian Rodriguez, also not bad. Andre Feely, not bad. Submitted his ass. Shailene Norton Becky. Before that, Steve Garcia, who is not bad, right? I think, yeah, he's only lost 2 times against Thiago Moises. Also not bad, like 3 years ago. That's not a bad loss. So he hasn't lost against like shit competition, right? Same thing could be said against Dan, dude. Oh, said for Dan. Oh, fucking retarded. He's only fought like straight up fucking, contenders. I mean, Patricio is not. I don't know what to think about Patricio, dude. He's really good, but he's just fucking old, dude. He came into the UFC too old, but to still lose to him, I thought he could have won that, but he did knock out Grasshopper Sean Woodson, man. Woo wee! So glad he fucking knocked that baby head fucking worm looking up a thing. But lost against Leron Murphy, my boy D'Lo, and won against Andre Feely. He's only really lost against fucking really good competition, dude. So it's like, is Malik one of those people who are really good, or is he just gonna get decisioned by Dan Ige? That's kind of how I think the fight would go if Ige wins. But dude, Malik Guezel is fucking good. He's on a tear. I think he actually. I don't think he gets finished. I think he gets a decision win. I'd be surprised if he fucking finishes Dan Ige. Dan Ige's never been finished ever in his life. All right, and I don't know. Malik is a crazy good grappler. Right, he could finish it any way he wants. I don't know, dude. He's a fucking good favorite. I think Malik gets this shit done by decision, dude. I wanted to win. He's pretty cool. The Michael Jackson of the UFC, something like that. Yeah, I got him by decision. Alright, co-main. Oh, shit, dude. This shit is gonna be fucking epic, dude. Woo! Geoff Neal versus Uros Medic. So Uros Medic is coming off his last win. Hold up. I know who he won against. It was... okay, now I don't remember. Who was it again? Muslim Salikov. Yeah, the guy that finished fucking Chew's head, the lion. Forget his name already. Gilbert Urbina. I don't know. That's nothing to write home about. He lost against Punahel. Oh, yeah, he did. And then he also lost against Maktakbek Oroblai, the fucking caveman. Alright, Uga Booga over here. I don't know what to think about that one, because isn't he like a welterweight? He's in middleweight now, huh? But, I don't know. He's never fucking gone to a decision, though. That's what I know, dude. All of his fights have ended by fucking KO or submission, dude. No decisions whatsoever. And then we got Geoff Neal. So Geoff has been on a downward, not downward spiral, but he's been kind of going down. But his losses, Carlos Prates, dude, it's okay, man. But no, Carlos Prates is fucking, dude. He's a fucking shark, dude, bro. He's a fucking marauder, dude. He's like, that's not a bad out, dude, right? You get knocked out by him, dude. Everyone's getting knocked out by Carlos Prates. And before that, he won against RDA. That was a leg injury. Before that, Ian, he's about to fight for the belt against Makachev, and then dude. Now that I'm looking at it, Geoff is fucking pretty fucking good. He's only been going up against absolute killers, dude. Right? And I don't know. I think Uros Medic. I think this is too big of a step up for him, dude. I think people are looking down, man. People are looking down. Nah, just kidding. I'm just making that shit up. But I don't know. I think it's just too big of a step up fight for him, dude. I don't think this ends well for him. I think he gets knocked the fuck out, dude. You know, basing off all his fights, never going to decision, and Jeff having pretty fucking heavy hands. Dude, I'm going Jeff by knockout, dude. Put the bet in, dude. Fucking trust me, dude. Jeff Neal by knockout, right? But either fighter could win by knockout. But I just think Eros isn't that good. I don't think he's on Jeff's level. Jeff's had gone against really good competition. So yeah, I'm going Jeff by round 1 KO. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh, main event time, fellas. Ooh, I'm feeling good about this fight, dude. All right, and all right, dude. I can't believe the odds makers have it. Have Strickland as a plus 210 underdog. To me, that is fucking crazy. Like, I know fucking Anthony Fluffy Hernandez is on a fucking tear right now, dude. Like, he's on a motherfucking. Okay, I'm not gonna count all that, but he's on a really good win streak. All right, his last loss was against Kevin Holland, dude. I remember seeing that fight and thinking, my boy Fluffy, like, oh man, dude, like he's not gonna be shit. He lost against Kevin Holland, man. But to be fair, Kevin Holland was kind of doing good at that time. But I don't know. I think that was by a body knee. Yeah, I remember. But then after that, Rodolfo Vieira choked his ass out. Fucking pressure. Josh Friend. I actually don't remember that decision. Mark Andre Barriou, arm triangle. Edmund Shabazian, again, pressure, ground and pound. Roman Coppola, pressure, rear naked choke. Michel Pereira, he fucked him up 5 rounds. He really could have finished him like the second round, but he just decided to play with his food. Brendan Allen, that was a pretty competitive fight, I think. I saw it, but I don't remember. But I do remember like Allen giving him, a run for his money. And then Roman Dolidze, dude, Roman Dolidze shit, dude. I don't know. Now that I'm looking at it, some of these fighters aren't as good as competition as Strickland's. Like don't get it twisted. Anthony is fucking. He's a fucking marauder, man. But dude, I think Sean is looking down upon heavily in this fight. Like I know motherfuckers always talking about let's go to war for you guys, always spewing that bullshit and then going to a fucking decision with via jab and teep kick and. But dude, Strickland has been fighting like top 5 fighters in the last 6 years. I say like no, he's like for his whole career, dude. Like look at this shit, dude. Yeah, dude. His last loss, Dricus Duplessis. I think the only reason he lost that is because Duplessis is like fucking that motherfucker's a gorilla, dude. Like his strength is fucking crazy, right? And I don't know. I just feel like he just didn't really have that good of a game plan. I think he couldn't implement the jab and the teep kick and his sparring type, fighting style against Dricus, and that's because Dricus is a fucking marauder, dude. He fucking pushes and shit. And before that, he beat Paulo Costa, split decision. No, he won that handily, despite the split. Before that, Dricus Duplessis, that was also split. That was pretty close, you made it close. And then Adesanya, dude. Adesanya, like, I know people, are not people, but, people are kind of looking down now that they're saying, oh, Israel Adesanya was, not in his prime and whatnot. But, like, dude, like, that was Izzy coming off that fucking Poatan KO, dude. And, before that, Abu Magomedov, Nasruddin Imavov, like, in short notice. He was fat as fuck for that fight, too. It was a 205, I think. Right? And he still fucking, was able to get that decision, dude. You know what I'm talking about? Before that, Jared Cannonier split, I think he won that fight. I thought he won that fight. Alex Pereira, retard, fucking wanting to strike with him. Not a bad loss. Jack Hermanson, that's all you need to know. But no, I don't think, I don't think Anthony's gonna be able to fucking implement his like forward bully fucking style on Strickland. I just don't think that's gonna be possible. What I think is gonna happen is Sean's gonna be able to do, what he does: jab, teep kick, box him up. He's got really good defense, takedown defense. He's also not too bad at wrestling offense, but I don't think he's gonna use that. I think he's gonna do his motherfucking fuck. I'm having a brain fart right now. I just think he'll be able to just jab his head off, dude. I don't think Anthony's gonna be able to do anything, to be fair, or to be honest. Anthony's been up against, some alright fighters, but I feel like the only really good one was Allen, and that one was like he kind of had to push a bit hard for that one, and I don't know, but plus 210 for Sean is fucking crazy, dude. I actually don't know why the odd makers have it. Like, I think Sean's gonna win this, like, decision, unanimous, handedly. I don't think Anthony's got it, dude. I think he could actually lose, dude, by KO TKO, because Strickland style, I feel like with the teep kicks, he might like bust up Anthony's liver or some shit. You know what I mean? And he has always been kind of weak to the body. So yeah, fuck yeah. I'm going Sean Strickland. This is unanimous. Jab, teep kick for you guys. You know what I mean? So yeah, thanks for watching. Hit that sub, hit that like. You know what I mean? And yeah, yeah, that's it. Later, fellas.